Hi, I'm Chris Armstrong, and I'm going to try something new because why not? So, I started blogging about 7 years ago, and I thought I'd just go back through some of my old blogs, see where I am, see if there's any wisdom, see if there's anything that's changed in those times. So, blog number one. Let's see what we did. Look at me, very good at video editing. Right, so the first blog post. It ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it. Oh, yeah, another thing you might want to know about my blogs. I decided to use song lyrics in the titles, so not very good for search engine optimization, but yeah, is what it is. There's my lovely boy. Good sorting and organisation. Right, so it says I'm at a new company in a new position, and now seem like a good a time as any to start a blog. Yep, seems good to me. I've moved from being a small cog in a big machine to being a slightly bigger cog in a smaller machine. And what does that mean for me? Why does that change? Why does this change feel like it's so much more than any before? Well, yeah, that was quite a big change. That's quite a long time ago. Small companies are a great place to work. It's so easy to get to know people, the way things work. But when I started my new job, I felt a certain unease. Something was missing. I missed processes. Ooh. Some of my earliest notes that I made upon starting my new role were about me questioning where processes even were, if there were any, and where could I find them. Oh, look at this. On a side note, using OneNote or Evernote when starting a new job is a great way to collate thoughts, emails and docs. Without them, I'd have forgotten most of my questions, or at least most of my post-it prompts, and probably made more of a fool of myself than usual. That's true. Although probably I'm more likely to use different kind of whiteboarding apps, sort of Metro Retros, Miros, Google Docs and things like that these days. So processes, my close and personal friends, those by whose guiding light I had been following in my working life so rigidly that I had lost sight of what it was I was really doing, if all I am doing is following a way of working, a set way of working, where is the creativity? Where is the use of a tester's instinctive approach to a task? Where was the fun? I'm not saying that I didn't enjoy what I was doing. I really did enjoy it. I'm not saying that I don't think the processes were bad, but was I restricting myself and others? Where was the expression? Where was the spark? Where was the testing? I should say I spent a lot of time in test automation. I love automation. It can be a time saver and a sanity saver and a great resource to share among teams. But it isn't creative testing. It isn't a replacement for testing. It cannot replace a tester. And a bit of a sidetrack there. Sorry, you'll discover I'm very good at sidetracks. But back to where I am today, or I was 7 years ago. Processes weren't apparent, and testers were still testing, even without a plan or a strategy or a way of reporting the testing. But what kind of madness is this? My question is this, and if you made it this far, thank you. What are we sacrificing in the name of process? What's the right balance? I can't live in a world without process, but equally without creativity and the spark of free testing. Hey, there you go, and it even does a shout out to my Spotify playlist with all of the songs. Look, that wasn't a bad start to blogging, I don't think. Um, Definitely not too long. Had some nice questions and queries. Nice little anecdotes. That job was a really cool job. We did some amazing things. We set some cool things up. We didn't go too rigid in any of the processes. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I hope that this is something that was interesting to read. If not, maybe they'll get better. See you again.